Healthy socialites, hello there. Here we are, guys. We are back for another session. Every Tuesday and every Friday we're going to keep bringing them to you. Today, guys, we're going to do a little Pina Colada session, which is nice. We're going to slow it down. We're going to work on your stability, we're going to work on your mobility, and we're going to work on a little bit of stretching as well, a little bit of core balance and things in there, guys. We're going to go through 10 movements, so you can, if you want to use this as a warm-up to one of our other workouts, that's absolutely fine. If you just want to do a few rounds of this, guys, just as a session, you know, we don't always have to go smashing it and killing ourselves with heavy workouts and high intensity. You don't really feel like doing a full workout today, that's fine. We can just kind of take it a little bit easier, can't we? We can just go with a little bit of stretching, a little bit of mobilizing. You'll feel really good after it, guys. So before we do anything, guys, what I want you to do is I want you to like this video. I want you to comment at the end, and I want you to subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss any notifications at all as to when my new videos are coming out. Once you've done that, let's get into it. Let's go. Pina Colada. First of all, everybody, box breathing. We're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. We're going to hold for 4 seconds. We're going to breathe out over 4 seconds and hold 4 seconds again. Do this for 2 minutes just to start you off. Next, guys, we're going to go into some dead bugs here. We're going to do 20 reps of these. You start off with both arms and legs up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. You're going to extend one arm over your head and then extend the opposite leg out down to the floor. So right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. That's great. And just nice and steady, nice big stretches. Next one, everybody, is a scapular push-up. We're going to do 15 of these. These can be done on the knees or on the toes. With your arms straight and your hips still, we want you to drop your chest down towards the ground without bending your elbows. Squeeze your shoulder blades together at the bottom position, and then I want you to push away from the floor and spread your shoulder blades apart, all the while keeping your body nice and straight, nice and still, and definitely not bending at the elbow. Next one, guys, is back extensions. We're going to do, again, 15 of these. We're going to lie face down. We're going to have our arms straight above our head and our thumbs pointing up. We're going to raise our arms from the floor, and we're going to pull our elbows down to our side and pull our thumbs down to our shoulders. We're going to then extend our arms back over our head and then down to the ground. This movement should be slow and controlled so we don't arch the lower back too heavily. You want to keep your legs nice and straight and squeeze your legs nice and tight. Next one, guys, is a bird dog. This is a great movement for balance. So we're going to do 12 on each side. From an all fours position, we want to stretch our left arm out overhead, and we want to kick our right leg out behind us. Then we're going to tuck our right knee under our body and tap it to our left elbow. We're going to repeat that both sides. Make sure, guys, that when we come back in through the center, we raise our knee to our elbow, not our elbow to our knee. We're going to work the hips and the abdominals a little bit more if we work on the knee coming up to the elbow. Okay, this is a great one for mobility, guys, here. We're going to do a side plank and hip raise. We're going to do 10 on each side. I want you to, from your side, guys, you're going to have your left hand underneath your shoulder. You're going to have your left leg bent at the knee, and then your right leg wraps around over the top. We're then going to push into your right heel and into your left hand, and we're going to raise the hips up as high as possible. Looking up towards the ceiling with your right hand pointing up towards the sky, relaxing through the shoulders as much as possible so there is no shrugging through the shoulder. We want to work the hip here, guys. Lots of stability for the shoulder and lots of mobility through the hip. It's a very good movement. So repeat 10 on one side, and then we repeat 10 on the other side. So hand under the shoulder, hand up towards the ceiling, heel to the ground, and raise up those hips. To make this a little bit harder, guys, as well, you can extend that bottom leg so that it is straight. And that's just going to make that slightly harder. You'll get a little bit more range of movement. Again, only do this if there is no pain through the shoulders. Make sure our shoulders stay pulled back and nice and strong, so there's no shrugging. Next one, guys, classic into downward dogs. We're going to go from a high plank position. Keep your arms straight, hinge through your shoulders, gently push your hips up towards the sky. Bent legs are absolutely fine here, guys. You're looking for a long straight back, not necessarily long straight legs. If you can do it with straight legs, that's great, but what you want to be doing is bending your knees a little bit to then extend and stretch the hamstrings once your back is straight. Next one's here, everybody. We're going to go for 90-degree hip openers here. So sitting on your bum, chest up nice and tall, feet flat on the floor. We're going to go knees bent. We're going to slowly drop our knees down to the right and then slowly rotate and drop our knees down to the left. We're going to do 10 on each side here. And then we're going to go into single leg hip openers as well. So once we drop down to the right, say, we're then going to raise up your right, we're going to keep your right knee on the ground, and we're going to raise up your left knee up towards the sky just to open up the inside of the hip. A nice big stretch. We're going to do 10 on the left side and then 10 on the right side. So if we drop over, keeping the knee that's on the ground, keeping that knee as much, pushing that knee into the ground as much as you can. Try not let that raise up as you raise the other leg. Next movement, guys, is a Turkish Getup. Okay, a little bit of coordination needed here. We're going to do 5 on each side. You're going to lay on your back with your right arm up to the sky and your right knee bent. We're going to roll up to a seated position. You're then going to push into your left hand and raise up your hips as high as you can. Then you're going to tuck your left leg back under your hips and land on your knee. You will rotate your body up to straight. So you're in a lunge position, and then stand up from that lunge position. And then coming down, you reverse that whole process. Slow and steady with this one, guys. As I said, this is a very coordinated movement. Slow and steady. Break it down into 5 sections. Nice and slow and controlled. Again, keeping your shoulders soft. And everything nice and smooth. Next one, guys, we're going to do a kneeling neck rotation here. So 10 each side. In a high kneeling position, you're going to have your hands tied behind your back, just clasped behind your back. Squeeze your hips nice and tight so your legs are strong. And then rotate your head clockwise. Just rotate right around, finding as much range of movement as possible. Keep your eyes open so you don't get dizzy. And then you're going to repeat anti-clockwise. It's a nice big neck stretch. And last one, guys, is our calf raises, often a neglected movement. We're going to do 15 on each side. So using a stick or a wall for balance if you need it, we're going to raise up your left heel until you are up to the ball of your foot. Hold it for a second just to find the balance and let the foot find its position, and then slowly lower back to the ground. Try not to rely on the stick too heavily, guys. Just work on finding your balance here as much as you possibly can. This might be a little bit hard to begin with, but with practice that will get a lot better. And there we have it, guys. Repeat that 3 times, you'll be nicely mobilized. And there's all our details, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.